Okay, let's call this meeting the Haysville Planning Commission to order. First item of business is a roll call.
Williams,
Here.
Trube,
Here.
Coleman, Asher,
Here.
Wallace,
Here.
Rinky,
Here.
Blood.
Here.
Next item of business is the approval of the minutes of March 27, 2025.
I move we approve the minutes as provided.
Second.
Without Deb here, we have no corrections. A motion is second to approve as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Any abstentions? No public forum. Under new business, we have a public hearing for a zone change request. I'm just realizing now I don't have a script for a public hearing. And I can try and do it from memory, but I'm gonna miss some steps, I bet.
Let me pull one up.
So, public hearing for a zone change request from light industrial to light commercial, generally located 300 feet east of the northeast corner of East Grand Avenue and South Broadway, deferred from March 27th. I get the whole thing, huh? I get to the public hearing part, you have it back. Protect the rights of all parties involved in order to create an opportunity for everyone to speak their opinions and present information. The Haysville Planning Commission follows a specific procedure in reaching a decision. A copy is available by the door. Your attention to this procedure is appreciated. Anybody have a motion to open the public hearing?
Oh, motion to open the public hearing? I'll second.
A motion second to open the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? We are now formally open for the public hearing to consider zone change request for the city of Haysville. Do any members of the planning commission have a conflict of interest in this case?
No.
No. Have any members received any written or electronic communications on this matter?
No.
Staff, can you present without your laptop?
Yeah, I got the paper copy.
Okay.
So the applicant is requesting a zone change from light industrial to light commercial on a property generally located at 300 feet east of the northeast corner of South Broadway Avenue and East Grand Avenue. The subject site is currently undeveloped and was platted in 1972 as the American RV Edition. There are no known zoning cases associated with the subject property. It has access to West Grand Avenue, which is a paved 4-lane arterial road with sidewalks on both sides, but it does not have access, or it's not currently connected to city water and sewer. The surrounding properties are a mixture of industrial, commercial, and residential uses. Property to the north is zoned light industrial and is used as an auction house and for waste disposal. Properties to the south are zoned light industrial, light commercial, and hotel motel commercial, and used for a convenience store, motel, single-family home, outdoor storage of salvaged material. Property to the east is zoned light industrial and is undeveloped, and property to the west is zoned light industrial and is used for wholesale fireworks sales and indoor recreation. The agent's client is looking to use this property to open an event center. They have not purchased the property, but will be doing it contingent on the approval of this zone change. An event center is defined as a premise that is frequently rented out for public or private activities that are not repeated on a weekly basis and then are not open to the public on a daily basis at times other than when an event is scheduled. We have yet to receive any public comment on this zone change, but the current zoning light industrial allows for basic industry, manufacturing, construction services, and any uses that may create obnoxious sounds, glare, dust, or odor, while the requested zoning light commercial allows for a limited number of civic and commercial uses aimed to serve the needs of those living in nearby neighborhoods. There is a table of the development standards in your staff report, but the staff is recommending approval of this zone change from light industrial to light commercial based on the findings included in the staff report. The applicant and their agents are here today, and I can also stand for questions.
Any questions for staff? Okay, thank you. The applicant or their agent wish to speak at all? No?
Do you have any questions you might ask?
Okay, we can start there. Does anybody have questions for the applicant?
I don't-
What level of noise do you expect once it's developed?
Yeah, and state your name for the record.
Angel Lopez. So just basically like be hosting like weddings or, you know, reception of that type. The noise level, I would imagine, couldn't be anything excessive. It's gonna be pretty well insulated and all that stuff. So I'm not 100% sure on how to describe the level of it, to be honest.
But that's the type of event you're trying to hold there, is like a wedding reception or, okay.
Birthday parties or, you know, like different types of gatherings, family reunions, or,
So you could rent it for whatever you'd like to do.
yeah. It could be also, not just for that, but it could be also for anything
Yeah.
that people want to gather. If somebody wants to rent it for business
Graduation
meetings
parties,
or,
whatever,
yeah,
yeah.
Thanksgiving dinners or whatever it could be.
Any other questions for the applicant?
No, but I do have a quick one for staff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do we have do we know what the noise ordinance is in that area?
I'm not aware of the
If
noise
there's gonna be any
ordinance.
conflict or anything?
I would have to look at the zoning regulations to see if we have anything there.
Yeah, well, I had a question too. I know historically, they used to rent out wholesale fireworks for the same kind of thing. My guess is our zoning code evolved enough over the years that it limited it, but it's not something that's irregular or unique to that area.
Okay.
So, any other questions for staff?
That brings up another question for me. If the wholesale fireworks is still in light industrial, why are we changing this to light commercial?
That's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah, I know.
it's always been light industrial for both of them. My guess is, and I would ask you, but I know you probably don't know because you haven't been here that long, but my guess is our light industrial
Has changed.
requirements has evolved to
That's
just include more restrictive light industrial, which is, I think, more reflective of what light industrial should be than what our original code was. I think it was just
Okay.
more open-ended in the earlier days, and this may not have even had to happen 10 years ago, but because our code's more defined now as to what you can and cannot do in what hours, I think that's what's predicating the entire zone change.
Like what you just said, okay.
I can say that the wholesale fireworks business is a non-conforming use right now with our current zoning
Because
regulations.
it's grandfathered in.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions? Then I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I will move that we close public hearing.
Second?
The motion and a second to close the public hearing, all in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Public comment is now closed for commission action, and the floor is open to commissioners' comments regarding the following criteria, all of which are, I think, in your packet. Any general discussion? Do you want this back? Thank you.
I don't think it'd be a bad change. I think that the light commercial is more restrictive than light industrial, so.
I think what you're trying to say is it's less intense of a usage
Yes, the other way
than
around.
light industrial, yes. That I will agree with. Is that a motion?
It will be. I move that we recommend the approval of the zone change from light industrial to light commercial for said property.
I'll second.
I have a motion and second. Is there any other discussion? I don't wanna. Okay. Motion and second to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you.
You guys are Thank you
Okay.
very much. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it is in your matrix that light commercial is required for an event center, in your matrix. So, well done. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Item B is deferred to May 22nd, and item C was withdrawn. Next item on the agenda is the review of the park plan.
So this is our 2025 review of the park plan. The first addition is to the project priority list. This is actually brand new to the park plan. We have just outlined which parts of our recommended additions to our parks that we would like to prioritize first. And then there's also just a general revision to wording of descriptions and park history for all of the parks. On the fourth page, under Riggs Park's planned improvements, the last bullet, an ADA swing is planned for installation in 2025. That was added. We also removed a picture of an ADA swing that was in the park plan previously.
Sorry, the ADA swing was added, or the plan to add one was added to the plan?
The plan to add one was added to the plan.
Okay, that's very bad phrasing, and I apologize, but you got it, I think. The intent is to put one in this year, but the swing has not yet been installed. That's
Yes.
the point,
Mhm.
okay.
On page 7, for Colmia Park planned improvements, the first bullet, same thing, an ADA playground piece is planned to be installed in 2025. There was also a picture of an ADA swing in this section that was removed.
But, sorry, for clarification, that was just stock photos that we added, that wasn't equipment that we had in the parks?
I'm not entirely sure.
Because you didn't do it,
I would
but
have to ask Georgie. She
more
may
than
be-
likely, probably that's what happened.
Okay.
So I don't know, I'm asking, but as a matter of, I don't even know what the right word is. False advertising comes to mind, but I know that's not right, but.
I know-
Misrepresentation of current equipment, we're planning on putting one in, but not showing one in the plan because we don't currently have one. Yeah?
Yes, we don't currently have one purchased. We have plans for what we would like to purchase.
Okay,
But the plan for what we would like to purchase is not in the plan.
I think I got that.
Okay.
I'll stop slowing you down, I promise.
Page 9, we removed a planned improvement for Plagens Carpenter Park. There was a planned improvement to connect the hike and bike path to Plagens Carpenter Park. That was completed in 2024.
I don't know how current this is, but with everything that happened with that bond that passed, has any of that been discussed and items been proposed for this as part of that or no? Or we don't know what that discussion is happening and nothing is part of the park plan yet?
That, I don't know anything about the bond.
Okay.
That is, I'd have to ask someone else those questions. Page 28.
Is the bond part of the park?
It's part of the school district, but it's part of the school district. So not,
Agreed, yeah.
not part of the city, but I think there's enough overlap there that I think there may be
So
some,
it could be something.
but I don't wanna speculate if nothing's been talked about yet, so.
Page 28, we added the fact that 4 bike racks are planned to be added to the park in 2025 for planned improvements. On page 32, we moved the bicycle rack current locations, Dorner Park, to a completed instead of a proposed. And that was our last change.
Okay.
Except to the map on the back page, we updated that for the current city boundaries and to include our current hike and bike path locations.
So, as part of our review, you would like us to recommend approval of the changes?
Yes.
Anybody willing to do that?
I will move that we endorse the Haysville Parks Master Plan as presented.
You mean recommend approval of?
Recommend approval. Yes, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
I have a motion and second to recommend approval of, we're not recommending approval, are we?
Endorsing?
It's a motion to approve it.
Motion to approve.
You amend your motion as such?
Amend it back, yes.
Okay. It's still second?
Yes.
I have a motion and second now to approve the park plan as presented with changes. All in favor? Those opposed? Next item under business is a review of the historic master plan.
This is on page 18 through 23 of the Haysville Park Plan. For planned improvements, we have added, for the first bullet, a large amount of funds would need to be raised to complete this plan. A feasibility versus cost analysis would have to be looked at to the first bullet, and we've also added a planned improvement to pave the gravel walking trails in the park to make them ADA accessible and add some inclusive park equipment. And that is the only change to the historic plan.
Okay. Any other discussion about the historic master plan?
You need a motion to approve that as well.
If you don't have any questions or discussion, yeah, I don't.
So I will move that we recommend the approval of the historic master plan as well.
That we approve it, not recommend approve it, because it's our document, right?
Yes, I move that we approve. I say, I approve the
As presented.
historic master plan.
I'll second it.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second to approve the historic master plan with changes as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? No old business or correspondence? Off agenda, next meeting date is,
May 22nd.
item 9.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
A motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you, everybody.